Matt McLeod with PGC Basketball. Ever since Michigan State's NCAA tournament victory over Bradley, the basketball community has been abuzz about Tom Izzo and his interactions with freshman Aaron Henry during the middle of a timeout. Much of the debate has been centered around Tom Izzo's actions and whether they were right or not. Regardless of which side of the debate you're on, the truth is this: the majority of coaches in the game of basketball yell and get in your face. And whether that's the best way to motivate players or not is really beside the point. You see, players, in those moments, it's your responsibility to focus on the things you can control and stop wasting time focusing on the things you can't. At PGC, we teach how to control the controllables. Because whether your coach is right or wrong, yelling or not, critical or encouraging of you, it doesn't really matter. You must learn to listen. Learn to find something in that moment that you can take from your coach's coaching. The debate about whether it's right or wrong for a coach to communicate that way shouldn't matter in the moment. In the moment, it's about protecting your performance by the way you approach the criticism. In fact, the interaction that we saw between Izzo and Henry is no different than situations that play out over the course of all of our lives. Coaches yell, bosses yell, families yell. And anytime you find yourself in that type of situation, it's important to remember that everyone wants the same thing. And that's the team's success, your business's success, the family's success. Izzo and Henry both wanted to see Michigan State be successful against Bradley in that moment. In the days immediately following this incident, numerous Michigan State basketball alums voiced their support for Coach Izzo. So coaches, in light of that fact, the question for you is this: how can Tom Izzo get after his players in such a way, yet still get an incredible response? How is he so effective after so many years? Why do his players, both past and present, come to his defense in a situation like this? The answer is simple. Tom Izzo understands the importance of building long-lasting, loving relationships with his players. He knows that his relationships with his players is just like a bank account. And if there are going to be moments of high, intense withdrawals, he must make sure that he has deposited money into that account over the days, weeks, months, and even years leading up to that point. And it's because he's gone to those lengths that Tom Izzo can make high dollar withdrawals in the heat of the moment, and yet the guys in his program still know how much he cares. This situation is such a great example of the commitment it takes from both players and coaches to build a winning culture for any team. Players, playing for a demanding coach is not always going to be easy. Coaches, it takes intentional time to develop this type of relationship with the players that you coach. Come join us at a PGC session this summer and learn how to have a champion's mindset and instill a winning culture within your team. Players, there you will learn how to focus on only the things that you can control. And coaches, we will show you new ways where you can develop relationships with your players like you've never had before.